ASL Challenger League Group Stage Round of 32.
Who has been waiting for his opponent, and it is
Tourgasm.
And on the top left-hand side of the map, we are going to have our Terran Challenger, who just took that one with very Widowminey, Maraudery, Hellbatty play, and it is
Necroshader.
Standard Deeper's coming out there. Get the UG again. I don't know if he's lagging. And is Hunter here? Or are you muted or something?
I think I was muted.
Yeah, okay. I
Okay.
can see. Yeah, okay. Cool. So we get gas first here out of Necroshader, while kind of a simultaneous barracks and gas.
I guess, yeah,
For Tourgasm.
indeed. Now the barracks for Necro comes up as well, and yeah, a rematch. It's always fun.
Yeah, definitely a big rematch. Necroshader seemed to be pretty good at the contains throughout, but Tourgasm eventually would just patient, get to the end game, controlled better.
Yeah, his control later on was a lot better.
Yeah.
Indeed. Reaper coming out for Tourgasm on this map, it's not that amazing either.
Yeah, once again, most of the maps picked tonight are not great for the old Reaper. They
Yeah,
tend to have just the narrow surface for them to abuse.
no, indeed, but well, having a Reaper on the field never really hurts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
we'll
you
let you
manage
in.
to keep it stay alive.
Yeah, always way more valuable. The longer you keep it alive, the more it just scouts, keeps an eye on everything.
A Marine coming as well as a reactor for Necro, so yeah. So we'll probably put his factory onto it, and we will see maybe some Hellions coming out.
Yeah, may well be the case. The Reaper will hop on in.
We'll scout as all.
What's going on?
Will
Go
he get
after
that
the
SCV?
SCV that's building. Does finish him off.
No,
I'll
it's
take
now
a few
killing
shots at the Marine. Go off to heal. If he heals up a little, obviously he'll be able to come back and get him.
But
The
then-
SCV is going to take it out.
Then the
Yeah.
SFE is
Yeah,
like,
that's-
no, you're not a welcome here, and we're going to just. It's
Yeah,
not the
that's-
idealist thing to be
No,
there.
not at all. That's too bad because he definitely could have killed the Marine and then gotten another SCV or two before this
Another
other
Marine.
stuff was out. Yeah. So we get a factory command center. 4 Marines, 5 now.
A starport coming for Necro with the tech lab on the factory, so we will probably see some Cloud Banshees again.
Yeah. Could be pretty good in this matchup. I mean, you do see them a lot, TBT.
Yeah, there is an engineering bay coming down for Tourgasm, so if he puts like one turret down, he is safe.
We'll defend this. He won't have a starport, or at least not yet. And he's actually getting the tech lab on his own factory, but something tells me for him it means tanks, because there is no starport.
There's no spark, but no, he made a command center instead, so he will have the better economy the longer the game goes on. If Necro doesn't make one very soon, there we see Kala getting research as well as a Banshee getting made.
Yeah, and he does have that rallied right across the map. There's a turret coming down. Well, there's a turret already in the mineral line, and a turret coming down on the top corner of the base. And we've seen Tourgasm do this a couple times.
Yeah,
Just
he likes his
very-
safety turrets.
Yeah, safety turrets everywhere, and it will pay off for him here.
Yeah. Now his starport is going down as well, and he's getting his first siege tank out. And Necro is scanning, and he sees that there is a turret. So He could be like, you know what, I'm just going to cancel the cloak, it has no sense.
Yeah, it
And
is
save
still
some
going.
minerals and some gas, but he's not cancelling at all, he's just letting it finish off. He's making a widow mine as well. And yet again, we see this weird upgrades happening that range on the turrets
Yeah,
is getting
he
crazy.
loves that. And he's gonna come in. He's gonna try and pick off things kind of on the side here.
Yeah,
What's he doing? Going right after the tech lab on the. At least he sees that it's a tech lab.
yeah, he sees it on the
But
star
gets in
part,
range. Yeah.
and it dies, sadly enough.
Yeah. So that's
Armory for Necro is coming down.
and for Tourgasm, this is going to be a Raven again. He saw the result of those in their previous matchup and probably thinks like this is a good idea again, since
Yeah,
it did
he
kind
did
of
have a
win.
lot. He did have a lot of success with his Ravens previous game, so we will see what they do for him right now.
Yeah, although in small numbers, Necroshader is really good at pulling out the locked on target, but once it got to like 12 Ravens, you can't do that. It just becomes
Gets to an amazing amount of Ravens. It's very hard. His own command center now is getting built on the spot, while Tourgasm once is already mining and muling around. So, in that sense, Tourgasm is ahead.
He's following up with another Banshee, which once again, he literally has rallied directly in the path of the missile turret. So hopefully he changes that.
He sees it, yes. Again, there goes the energy upgrade for the Ravens.
Yeah.
So,
Just
yet again, it just shows how much Tourgasm likes his weird kind of styles, which it did brought a lot of interesting games to so far from him.
Yeah, if you're good with them, they can really just throw your opponent's whole game off. They just don't know what to do. It's particularly in these leagues. It's so rare that you get into a mass Raven late game. It just doesn't happen in Gold League.
Or when you see your opponent only has like not much left, and then goes for, and then suddenly you see like 12 Ravens pop. It's really scary. The bench already took 3 hits from the turret, takes another 3 from the other turret, and just dies because of the increased range.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can see how that's a big throw off. He probably thought where he was safe. He knew the turret was there, and
now Tourgasm is getting his 3rd command center, so he can powerhouse even harder through, as well as another factory. So he's going for a mech-based style yet again. And yeah, Necro made a nice scan, scouting this other factory going down, as well as one siege tank going down, but he hasn't seen any of the Ravens so far. Both of them have the energy for at least one Seeker missile.
yeah, and I'm a little worried already about Necroshader not knowing how to actually deal with tanks. That he just kind of charges in at some point. And
yeah, he's getting a second Starboard out as well. He's researching +1 attack for his vehicles, which is surprisingly enough, but he does have a few Halberds and a few Hallions, so in the end that turns out to be fine.
No, it looks like he's gearing up for a drop here. Kind of an eclectic one. He's got 1 Hellbat, 1 Hellion, and 2 Marines in the drop.
Which I hope he still noticed that the turrets are there and ignores those.
Yeah, he's got to go around. I mean, there's still room to drop in the back, like kind of behind where this armory is, but he's got to swing around and be aware of it.
He only has like a little gap to go through. Yeah. 1 turret here and it would be blocked fully.
He has 2 full medevacs, and let's see where he does aim them. Nowhere yet. Researching stem, researching combat shields. He's supply blocked. Supply blocks have really been a real problem for Necroshader through it tonight as well.
Yeah, they have been. The best tip for that is if you have like 1 command center, just make 1. If you have 2, make 2. Just because you have the mules per 1. It's kind of like those rules I've heard. Tourgasm is going this time on the cheeky way and builds a hidden expansion in the top
He's hiding.
right side, so.
Yeah, he's getting his third, getting his fourth. He's also then floating down to the other third. So he's just going to get it right to 5 bases very quickly.
Yeah. If
this
Necro
drop-
sees this, he can really use this opportunity because that's 800 minerals that are not used in any armor or any upgrades. But so far he doesn't see a 3 full medevacs going towards the third. He scans and see that this third is getting made.
Yeah. Some Widow Mine's gone out, spreading around. What?
He is
Does he know
boosting
about
away.
this? How,
It seems he
I
does.
I guess he does. I don't know. I'm not sure whether he saw that or what. But he will be able to pick this off, which is pretty
Yeah.
big.
This one will die, indeed.
Oh.
There's no way you can get this around because of the wall. Kind of is a... Even
Yeah,
though you see Tourgasm clicking there from I want to get there, it's not possible. The side is a wall off.
Yeah, he will
The
pick up
minimap
again.
looks bigger than it actually the map is, sadly enough. Anyway, 4 Widow Mines are now kind of near the third base, defending it.
Yeah.
Even
it's
more
up-
now.
It's
It's
up
like
to
it's
6
another-
now.
It's
Yeah,
a Widow
coming
Mine.
on the angle
Yeah.
that he thinks the medevacs will come in on, but they're actually just...
It's just
Maybe he's just checking all these other bases. I think that's exactly what he's doing. He knows that he likes to hide bases, so he's looking at all these just to see whether something's going to be there.
But by a little surprise, Tourgasm has 15 Widow Mines on the field just to...
And
Gotcha.
Necroshader is just in the biggest supply block in the world right
All
now.
times, yeah, he's still supply block +2 for his...
Yeah, he's
That's just
going
the
to
armor for his structure is coming up, making these turrets harder to kill, but not that there is anything to kill them anyway. His command center is also becoming a
Widow
lot...
Mines
kill.
trying to chase the medevacts, basically. What's he doing? Why would you do that? That's too bad.
5 kills with those 2 Widow Mines, which is quite nice for them.
Yeah, and then damaging the medevacs there.
Now Necro is getting his own turret up. While Tourgasm is like, oh, you know what, I lost maybe 1 command center, I just build another one.
We'll come in and see this one. What's he going to do, though? He's going to ignore it. He's going to go by... I hope he doesn't go by the turret that he already knows is there. And, yeah, we'll swing around kind of to that spot.
The turret does get 1 hit off, but
Yeah, we'll
Fine.
land everything here.
2 Ravens are there, but they need to watch out.
Yeah,
Are we going
he's
to
gonna
feed
pull
him
out? Yeah,
Yeah, he
both
does.
went on the same marine and they get pulled out. So this is a pretty good drop so far. He's getting a
Yeah.
lot of SCVs in this.
And
Takes out the turret. Widow Mine's
far
racing
already.
back, but they're going to kind of get picked off. And he's going to
17.
pick up with his 1 remaining medevac and...
and oh, it all dies.
Oh, yeah.
But 18 workers have been killed,
Yeah,
which is a nice
definitely
deal.
pretty good. One of his better drops.
He does still have 3 orbitals and a planetary being here. So he has another command center that he can decide to do what he wants with, so he will be back up in workers very quickly.
Yeah, I kind of I would like to see Necroshader just use his army to go kill the third base.
Yeah, or and
Instead
even
of instead of a drop or anything fancy, he's got such a big mobile army, and his opponent's army is not mobile at all, and is
So-
actually a fair bit smaller.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, he could just stim, kill it, and leave.
I think he's just a bit scared about the Ravens probably and think like how many are there now.
Yeah.
So far there are only 7 on the field and they're all spread out.
Yeah, there's a lot of Widow Mines. 19 Widow Mines are littered around the place.
Just huge. It's a huge amount of kind of that supply in a sense because
Yeah.
you need to burrow them to be active and they're
Yeah,
easily...
I'm not going to be able to just fight. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one even not burrowed yet, but it's probably will be soon. Armory is coming down.
Yeah.
Another one even for Necro, so he can boost up more of his upgrades for his weapons.
The other thing with Necro, he's not mining. He's only mining off 2 gas the entire time. which is
Yeah.
certainly an
Okay.
impediment to things like upgrades and so on.
Tourgasm is even taking his fifth base again. It's
Yeah,
like
his-
this time it's like next to Necro's army even. So if his army goes down a little bit, they have another base.
2 Banshees coming in here now. Let's start to go to work on this command center.
They do not have cloaks, so they're easily to kill. A nice pick of by Necro to save that Hellion, and yeah, these Banshees are just dying instantly.
He does die. He's sending SCVs across. He's now trying to free up supply, I think.
Yeah, I think he is, and
Yeah.
by that
And
he
maybe
triggers
maybe
a
just
lot
set
of-
off these lines, yeah. Because he's going to, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's coming in through the same route. Now with the mines already out.
Those Ravens are in a bad spot. Are we?
Yeah.
There was some nice detonations which brought Tourgasm back into lead.
Yeah, it's just so many. He's got I think he'll end up switching into Viking once again, but he does find this 5th base at least.
Yeah, one Marine is trying to kill it.
Yeah.
But it will be a
Speaking-
planetary before it even can touch it.
Planetary. Hellion coming in.
Even
We'll
Hellions
probably
are
force it. Hellbats will be okay. Yeah, he has to
Okay.
cancel and get out.
just to lift off it's already something is going with 4 mineral mines. Probably going to burrow inside of the mineral line of the third of Necro. Which, if Necro doesn't react instantly, is going to be a huge
No.
thing. And
No.
Yep, there we go.
Getting a turret now, but
No, it's a bit late.
yeah.
The turret will just finish, and at the same time the mines will rearm.
Yeah, Ravens will come in. He's probably going to either drop a whole bunch of turrets. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Now, there's not
He's
much
not
there.
trying. This is the dumbest thing he could do. Bam. He does kill one of the...
Yeah.
But... That one SCV has luck that he went into the gas geyser, or it would have been dead as well.
Yeah.
All the Ravens went into the natural, trying to do a lot of damage with the turrets, and they haven't really succeeded at all. Just one...
Yeah,
That's
in the
one.
meantime, he kind of forgot about the rest of these widow mines, and everything in this mineral line is dead.
Yeah, we're seeing again that this mass Raven style, 14 Ravens on the field. And 3 more in production, which brings the total to 17, which is a lot of Ravens, a lot of energy. If they have a lot of energy, a lot of seeker missiles, a lot of turrets. So, and we can see the same thing repeating in that one game where they just destroyed the entire production line of Necro. He is researching 1-1 for his bio, as well as +2 attack and +1 armor for his vehicles and air.
Widow mine's getting really aggressive.
Yeah, they do, but not that it matters. He has such a nice, gas mineral bank
Yeah.
to work with. Maybe getting some more gas would be better for Tourgasm because he's using a lot of gas in those Ravens.
Yeah, and he's not fully mining from the ones he has. He's got one
Yeah, so all
SCV
of
on
them.
several of his gases. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I think, personally a big mistake. He hasn't, like on all Susan, it's naturally has 20 out of 12 workers. If he just rallies 6 of those and put at least some of them in gas, that will be such a good help. More turrets are getting thrown down. And yeah, it just forces the third to be lifted off. And so far this game is all in Tourgasm's hands. If he makes one big mistake and loses all of his Ravens,
It would be
Necro
very,
can come back,
very
but-
hard.
because Necro is stuck on 3 bases, even 2, because he had to lift up his turret.
Yeah, and he's only got 21 SCVs. His main is completely mined out, including both gases.
His
And,
natural is not that far off either.
yeah, some of these mineral patches under 100.
He definitely
Really-
needs.
And yeah, it's hard to see where he can go from here. It's just kind of a slow death at this point.
And then it's this mass Raven style is probably something he's not used to seeing at all.
Yeah.
And if the one time he saw it, he's probably not sure how to deal with it. His own Raven is getting taken down by a turret. And there's so much energy still left on those Ravens. Even more Ravens in the middle of the map gathering energy, so... If he clears
Yeah,
those
exactly.
up, there's
This
still
is,
8
yeah,
more
this is
ready.
the Group A of the Ravens. And then
Tourgasm is like, you know what, I have all the minerals in the world, let's build 3 more, 4 more, 5 more command centers even.
yeah, he's just gonna put them everywhere. Make sure
Let's
that no
take
other base is taken.
Yeah, there are still 2 bases he hasn't put one up, but on one of them he has a Widow Mine and the other one is still empty, but he kind of assumes there is none anyway. A nice detonation went off. He tried still to push the Viking away that was targeted, but he was a second too late, sadly enough. Now Necroshader is trying to take this upper base as his third, but he will be surprised that Tourgasm is already like building another command center right there.
Yeah. The PDD doing pretty good defending these Ravens. It will snipe it down. Has to pull that one out. There it goes.
Which he does. He does lose it in the end by the turret, but that was a nice pull out. And just 3 more Ravens on the way. That will bring the total to 20, and he's bringing them now all together almost.
Yeah, there's just no real way to approach this. Tourgasm has over 10,000 minerals.
In bank, comparing to the 1,000 for Necro.
I like this though. Necroshader, knowing that he can't land at the top base, has turned his command center into a planetary fortress, and they're now in a planetary fortress race. Necroshaders will finish first, but
but his command center
has
low.
more health. Yeah, and there's the SCV there to repair.
SCV, indeed.
It's kind of funny.
Even though it's a smart thing to target the SCV down, but it just doesn't do enough damage to be effective. And there we go. He does mule.
Drop a mules to repair.
It's a bit of a waste of your mules.
And landing Vikings, really? No, you need those. Like, of all the things he has that could get him back in the game,
that's one of the only things. Yeah. We'll just have to accept that he will lose this one.
In the meantime, Raven's poking on in again. Destroys basically the remainder of his army at the natural. Vikings here, if they can do things.
This one Viking can get in, which was...
Yeah.
Okay, they killed 2 Ravens.
Good pulling out.
300 speakers on one guy.
Yeah.
That's 2 more dead.
So many of these.
There's literally no production going on for both of the players. Because Tourgasm is nearly maxed out. And but Necro seems to win the planetary fortress war. But in the end he will still lose it because of 4 turrets.
This whole thing is just quite strange.
Yeah, it's
the planetary does go down.
Necro also must be confused by what's going on. I mean,
he's literally got
Seems Andersworth is disconnecting, guys. I hope he will be back in a second. Yeah, we will see when Andersworth is going to be back, guys. In the meanwhile, not much is happening, so it's all back in favor of Tourgasm because he has the bank, he has the bases. It's just going to be a harsh time for Necro to come back. There are only 3 bases on the map that are left. It's the top one, then the one between the 5th and the 3rd. So yeah. It seems that Endersword is sadly enough disconnected, so I'm going to wait for Saber to decide what's going to happen. So far, yeah, Ravens are just dodging Vikings, and Vikings are trying to kill Ravens. It's just an endless dance, which, by the amount of mineral income and gas income, even though gas income is not that amazing for Tourgasm, Necro will never win. It's like all of his Vikings are on low health. One of them has 1 HP, the other one has 4, that one has 7. So it will be a very, very hard thing to do. If he just drops like 1/3 down, it's fine. That was a very nice idea by Necro, by going inside of with his Viking to try and go inside of the Ravens and kill it.
Game paused.
Seems things are crushing. Hello, hello. I hope everything is okay. Cool, you can hear me, Saber, that's fine. So, yeah, Alex, I'm solo casting, it's fine, man, it's fine. It's 7:30 AM, it's okay. We could get Genesis in, if he's here still.
Game resumed.
Yeah, Endersword disconnected, guys, so I'm going to solo cast it for a little bit, but not much is happening. Like, just this one halberd is getting secret missile, then so much stuff is going on. It's I do not think that Necro can come back from this at all. He lost so much. He only has 18 workers left. He has no base he can mine from. The one base that's nearest to him is his third, but there are 2 with a mines, and already an Hellion trying to make sure there is no mining happening. He's literally mining 0 minerals per second. The only thing he's mining still is some gas income. He's totally not what Necroshader needs at this point in time. Instead, Tourgasm should probably mine some more gas if he wants to make more and more Ravens. He's getting 2 more gases at his, I think, his 7 or his 8. He lost counting after he made like 5 at the same time, so I'm sorry for that. But he's still mining at most of his bases, just 1 in each gas geyser, which, like, just seeing his bank being 19k minerals almost, he could send some SCVs into his gas geysers, sorting those out as well.
Hi there.
Hey.
I'm back on.
Back.
I'm obviously not in the game anymore, but I am reconnected.
That's good, that's good.
So that game is still happening.
Yeah, the game is still happening.
Okay.
19,500 resources,
Nice.
minerals in the bank.
Nice. I'll just watch on the 30-second delay here, but this is silly.
Shit happens anyway. I just said that Tourgasm really needs to mine more gas. He only has 280 in gas income.
I kind of want to know what's going through Necroshader's head right now.
Yeah, also wondering that because, I mean, it just seems that he's getting slaughtered in a sense.
Yeah.
He is dried out in minerals. He cannot take a third at all.
Yeah, the only thing I can think at this point is that he's just practicing playing against Ravens because they might be used the next game.
Yeah, probably he's kind of trying to do the Viking Raven dance.
Yeah.
But so far he's
Just to try and
succeeding
learn
quite
it.
well in.
Yeah.
He killed 28 Ravens so far, which is
Nice.
quite nice. It's a lot of gas and mineral wasted, but I mean, everything he loses is just something he will never be able of replacing. While for Tourgasm, just whatever he does, he can send soon make like 5 barracks and send 5 marines to the bases and still win.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be getting better at kind of sniping one and getting out before the hunter seekers do anything.
Yeah, he does very well. He did brought the oh my god, I lost my words. The Raven count to only 7.
Yeah.
But still, I mean,
Yeah,
he can
doesn't
lose all
matter.
his Ravens. He can make only Halbats and still win. He has a 22k mineral bank right now. He is maxed out yet again. With a mind killing a Raven. A Viking, I mean. So many Vikings are low health that just a bad breeze would kill them. Another Viking goes down and now they're just flying nearly over the whale mines.
I kind of feel he could just take all the widow mines on the map and run them
Yeah.
into the main base and just hit them there.
He could, but Widow mines do not attack buildings, sadly enough.
Yeah, it's true.
And on
Nothing would
Necroshader,
ever be able to be built.
it's
Yeah.
like, I want to take my third, and Tourgasm is like, oh no, I'm going to burrow a Widow mine there, so it's not for you. He's doing this on almost every base. It's very. So he kind of forced Necro or to put his command center a lot further away from the spot, and still risks his SCVs. For the only things he has left, he needs to send them in, and yeah, GG is being called right now.
Okay, good.
Tourgasm takes the game, 41 minutes and 50-second game.
We are going to be in the close positions, and up here on the top right-hand corner, looking to close this out and make a clean Canadian sweep, is Imp NA's
Tourgasm.
And perhaps for the final time, down here on the bottom left-hand side, we have the orange, very tenacious, will not leave a game Terran. It is
Necroshader.
Alrighty, so normal stuff so far. We're gonna check on those gas timings once again when they do pop out. That's
Yeah,
gonna tell
indeed.
us a lot on what's
Now,
going
we
on.
have now the short distance. Early on this day, we had the long spawn distance.
Yeah.
And you can literally, if you take the long spawn and divide it by 2, that's the short spawn.
Yeah,
Like that's
pretty much.
how close it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You can almost make a paper flyer and send it to across the map, and it will arrive even quicker than you can think of. So equal builds going on so far by both of them.
Yeah, quite even here. Tourgasm a little bit ahead in just his build time, but other than that, pretty much lockstep so far. And that's the timing lined up for. Yeah, it looks kind of like it might be a Reaper opening, but his gas was like one step too late. But no Marine. And Necro, what you gonna make?
Just making
Reaper.
this
He'll make the Reaper, yeah.
He's getting his orbital first, which can be a big difference.
Yeah.
But that's not major. He's getting a second barracks as well. While Tourgasm is just still pumping Marines out. He's probably going back to his 4 Marines, getting a lot of barracks, factories I mean, and just another few starports, and goes back into the famous Raven style.
Mhm.
This one SCV is trying to scout as well, but
Yeah, I guess
he had to
fancy
take it with
top.
his life.
Once again, just if he goes around the back for the Reaper, he'll have a little more success. You can get up on this back ledge,
Yeah, you can.
but I think he's just going to charge in the front.
Yes, indeed. 3 Marines are there to meet it, and it just I think it was a rally then, wasn't watched yet, so
Yeah.
factory and another gas going down for Tourgasm, and this time it's another barracks, which is comparing to the other times a bit different. Otherwise it was always 2 factories. Now Stimpack is getting researched for Necro, so you will have that at least earlier.
Yeah, we'll have the early stem there. You could definitely do a lot of early pressure. Get the engineering bay coming down for Tourgasm again. Tech lab going on the factory.
Which can mean tanks, or he can still put his other barracks on top of it for his own combat shields and Stimpack and all that stuff. Another gas has been taken as well by Necro, so... And it is going to be a siege tank. Tech lab now on the barracks has made itself. Quite surprised he hasn't made any more Marines in the meanwhile. From the one barracks he has the minerals for it as well.
He seems to just stop. He makes like 4, and then that's kind of it. And he doesn't, but this time around he got the 2 barracks, so it does indicate a change from what he's been doing.
His Stimpack started now, which is nearly 100, like 90 seconds later comparing to his opponents. He's now getting a starport as well. So far, none of the 2. Yeah, none of the 2 showed him to go to a second base as well. It's probably because it's a very, very short distance.
CB comes in, sees all these troops. Can tell that concussive shell was already there.
Yes, indeed. Because he didn't move almost at all. Combat shield is getting researched now for Necro, so his Marines will take a little bit more of an extra hit. +1 is getting researched for Tourgasm, which will be a hat comparing to Necro.
Big supply block for Tourgasm here. He's
That's
trying
why,
to get another tank out and can't do it.
Necro is also supply capped.
Yeah.
He's getting now his factory out.
Looks like he is going to be moving out with these. I kind of wish he was in position around the time that Stem finished if he was going to do anything. But
No, luckily for him, but as well as his opponent also hit a supply cap, so a supply block. So they, yeah. But his one attack is nearly halfway done, so that can be a huge favor of him as well. His Stimpack nearly finishes.
combat shields, will just be about done for Necroshader as well as he comes. Looks like he's kind of splitting out his forces. I don't know what. Scans to see what's up there. He could just snipe the tank. It is a little bit out of range. We'll just pick that off.
Just a nice snipe.
Yeah, good
And
pick
then
off
goes
there.
back away. There are no starports yet. He's just throwing 2 down right now.
I'm a little surprised he is going back home, like entirely. I think he could have won. There was the other tank still sieging up, and he could have sniped that one too. And he's got his army is way better than the bio currently there for Tourgasm, but the wind
There's
is
a lot more
closed.
production as well.
Yeah, like look
the
at
only
how
thing
much
going
fire
for-
this is.
The only thing going for Tourgasm was the fact that he already has a medevac out.
Yeah.
He's now getting a second command center.
2 starports coming down for Necroshader. It's everything indicates. Well, no, then that doesn't. I was going to say he's going to try and end it on 1 base, but then he expands right away.
Tourgasm is going to hit the same timing again that Necroshader should have done, just around when combat shield finishes, move out. But the only thing he will have an advantage is the +1 attack, which Necro doesn't have at all.
Yeah, I still think Necro can crush through this.
Yeah, he has a lot of fire army
as
supply.
long as he just doesn't. Yeah, as long as he doesn't completely clump everything right together. If he just kind of attacks,
Yeah.
he should be okay. Yeah. Like he can run, if he just runs a few things to the tank, yeah.
It runs, and that's indeed a nice thing. Still one tank left,
But
which
that, he can bum rush that as well, especially as it done sieges. But he will
is
retreat.
running away. Even though in the end, the resources lost are still in favor of each other.
Mhm.
Tourgasm does delay the second base a lot because of the SCV has been killed.
Yeah.
Necroshader now only just sending one back in. Tourgasm is 9 workers behind comparing to his opponent.
Yeah, 9 workers and like 22 supply overall behind. But does, like you said, have the superior upgrade.
He has his +1 armor is nearly finished. He is building 3 more barracks as one, so his production will kick in soon enough. His second is done, and is already an orbital comparing to Necro's one. Still just a normal command center.
And it is a shame here again for Necroshader. He could, I'm fully confident he could just charge the front line and kill everything, but he doesn't. He doesn't know that, and yeah.
We have our
we have our
sneaky-
observer Macaps. Yeah.
Yeah. Now only Concave shells are getting researched for Tourgasm, which is quite late, but he didn't really need them that yet. +2 attack is getting researched now as well, and he does miss some tech labs and so on his barracks. But he will probably fix that
Going to try
first.
for a drop here. The tanks and marines moving back out again, while the drop is moving across the map.
This could be very devastating for Tourgasm,
Yeah.
because he definitely will not. But he's just going back home. It's like he smells something was up.
I think maybe it's these scans that are going down, and he's like, that's not right. But his army's going to be completely out of position here as the drop comes into the natural. And if he just really snipes this down, he can kill a lot of these marines before the tanks ever get stemmed up. And Necroshader's looking really good here right now. He's going to come into the
Necroshader
range.
kills one tank, he kills the second tank, the third tank. And the only thing left are 3 medevacs,
Yeah.
which will die very soon as
That's it. Necroshader should really bring the reinforcements from home. There's like 16 extra troops there that he could bring. If he doesn't, then he could end up losing out, because this is a win right now.
need a win.
He
Even
may
so,
he may be fine. Yeah, he may be
Even though
fine.
he's
Even
behind.
without- They're
Yeah.
coming now. Coming now.
He is behind upgrades wise, but
Yeah.
just had a better economy as well for a while. Was able of pushing a lot more. SFVs are getting
He's
killed,
coming
but
out. Yeah,
I do not
this-
think that's going to help at all.
No, as soon as he sees these reinforcements,
Which is huge. This is,
Yeah.
12, 10, 9. Just every single SCV in this is
I
back
don't think
to
he
6
can overcome
SCV.
this, even with the tank.
And GG
GG.
is
Wow.
it's going to be 1-1.
Right-hand side, trying to close this out is our blue Terran player.
Tourgasm.
And then on the bottom left-hand side, trying to make a comeback here, has tied it up 1-1. We have our orange Terran.
Necroshader.
Fun. And I don't know, I almost want to see a cheese out in Necroshader or something.
Yeah. But everybody so far played very nice to each other, no cheeses at all. I mean,
Yeah.
even
So-
though Necroshader now equaled it up and probably doesn't want to take any risks.
Yeah, probably not. Although the one thing we did see in Tourgasm's play against against Zerg was that he's often undefended for a while, or under-defended at least.
Yeah, that's true.
To certain things.
Tourgasm went for a gas first and then into a barracks, while Necro did vice versa, first a barracks and then a gas.
And then we'll get another Reaper out of Necro. This is the map that he in the first series did that 27
Reaper build, yes indeed. Tourgasm is getting a second barracks already, which is again a little bit different comparing to the other games he played on.
Yeah, he does seem to have a variety of build orders and different things that he's using.
Yeah, indeed. He's probably wanted to surprise his opponent. Orbital going down already, and there is the Reaper from Necro.
Yeah, the second barracks coming on for him as well.
Which is almost the same, except that he still has the orbital finished almost. While the one of Tourgasm hasn't even started. A third barracks started for Tourgasm. I think he should delay that one a little bit and get his orbital first.
Yeah, me too. He also has this really potentially bad habit of cutting SCVs a lot really early. He's only got 8 actually mining minerals.
Yeah, indeed. Necro has 11 mining minerals.
Yeah.
He's also getting his third barracks,
but 3 SCVs like that early. Yeah.
He's up 3 SCVs, he's getting his third barracks, plus he has his orbital command already gathering minerals for will he get this Reaper? Okay, he's not reacting to it at all.
Yeah, his Marine isn't moving over.
He did lost one Marine already.
Oh, he gets trapped.
Oh, nice round.
Yeah.
Did cost him some mine in time, too, but...
Yeah, definitely.
He's now producing some Marines. Stimpack for Necro again. It's getting researched. It's again earlier than Tourgasm's one, which, if we looked at last game, didn't really benefited a lot, the difference.
Tech Lab coming down for Tourgasm as well. No reactors or anything yet. There's one on his second barracks. And once again, the engineering bay comes right out, so he's probably going to have the upgrade lead eventually as well.
The thing that Tourgasm did amazing in last game was he had the upgrade advantage, except that he didn't have the army advantage with it.
Yeah.
In the end, costing him the game. We already see Coffee Shells getting research as well.
And he does seem to follow that. If his early game macro just getting his economy up was a little better, he's at 15 SCVs to 23 SCVs. And is he just doing a SCV all in?
I think he is. He's
Marines?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, I don't really think I like this, but this is what he's doing. He's not bringing these other Marines with him, which I think kind of has to. There's a lot of forces still here for Necroshader. They're going to be fighting upper ramp, and they are 20 seconds from stim being done.
No, +1 is not done.
And he's got way more SCVs, way more.
His stim isn't done, and no, I didn't think this is the best thing he could do.
And then the SCVs are just going to come up by themselves without. No, this is just.
This is a disaster for Tourgasm. This was not what he should have done.
Yeah.
Even being harder behind on work is being behind an army supply. Necroshader is just, you know what, you throw that stuff away, I'm just going to counterattack. It's the best thing you can do.
He certainly should. There's nothing to stop this time around. He's not even, like, usually the Tourgasm should be building, like, panic bunkers right now, and he's not.
I mean, the worker supply is almost double for Necro. And it seems that Tourgasm is like, oh, well, I'm not going to focus too much about it.
Yeah. Stims run for Tourgasm. He does use it here, but he's still
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to get ripped apart. He's doing pretty well, actually. He does push it back because his +1 upgrade finished right as the fight started.
Yeah, but he's still quite behind in
Or
workers.
he's still incredibly far behind, but
The only thing that could save him is probably a second command center.
Yeah.
And even that's a risky move.
Necroshader is currently double the supply, and even being behind this far behind in workers, he's not making more. He's just
No, he isn't.
expanding.
But so is Necro, which is not good.
Yeah.
For Tourgasm. Tourgasm was a little bit supply blocked right there.
Yeah, and he's got to make SCVs.
Yeah, he only
That
has
should
7
be-
mining on
That
minerals.
should be the thing that he makes is SCVs over everything else, because he's getting all these reactors on his barracks and so on. He's not going to be able to support this.
No, he didn't.
It's
It's
not
only
good.
16 workers, and even with mills, no, it's not enough. Only 7 mining minerals, comparing to the 17 of his opponent.
Necro with another big chunk of stuff, about 21 bio troops there are moving across. There are now going to be the bunkers there, although he does have to get in them in order for them to be effective.
But still, I don't know if it's going
I
to be
don't know
enough.
if it'll. Yeah,
It's a lot of marauders. They have a lot of firepower for this building as
we'll come
well.
up now. He's just going to stem forward, and yeah, I think this may well close it out.
Yeah. It's not even getting
not
any
even a
on it.
stem for Tourgasm. Yeah, no, just dead.
This
crushes.
is GG.
Yeah, crushes him.
No more army anymore. Natural is getting denied.
Yeah, there's only 14 supply for Tourgasm.
Which is literally all his workers. And
Yeah.
it's just
We'll pull the remaining workers.
Necro
It
is
was
getting
a big risk to do an SCV pull at the beginning of this game. I'm not sure why he did, but Necroshader will come back and take it.
Yeah.
So Necroshader going through along with ZTTL.